That's because I didn't write it. Do I need to hold this?
Yep.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
No.
You have to turn it on.
I think it's on.
No.
Speaking.
Okay, all the way up. There you
No? Okay, now?
go.
Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. I, Jacqueline Taylor, 78195 High Prairie Road, Oakridge, and I am reading this for a city employee who could not be here tonight. Okay. I viewed the recent candidate forum on YouTube and I wish to comment. First, Mr. Hadley, if you don't want to live here, we certainly do not want or need you on council. Stating that you were disgusted with the citizens who didn't show up for the forum that was put on and hosted by a group of Facebook bullies did not make points with anyone. I heard candidates Hollett, Carl, Holston, and Ball state they want to change the administration of our city because things have not gotten done. 7 years ago, this administration walked into an almost bankrupt city. That situation did not just disappear overnight. It took time and energy. Every year, the city has had better audits. In fact, we received kudos this year for having improved so fast. Did any of you even thank these people? No, you did not. In the last 7 years, Teller Road, Garden Road, and Ash Street saw improvements as well as extensions of services of almost a mile to the east of the city. There is now a crosswalk so people can cross Highway 58 safely. The police department has been restored to 24/7 services. Public Works has brought back several positions. This administration has brought back the chipper program, junk amnesty to the community. We now have a Dollar General, a Center Market, Stewart's Cafe, a new business is going into the old McDonald's location, and businesses at the industrial park, all of which take time and energy of multiple departments. All of this happened as the city finances have been restored. Not an easy thing to do while coming back from near bankruptcy. Yet you say nothing is happening? According to the administrative report, there are currently a couple of potential businesses that will offer family wage jobs with benefits that are close to signing to purchase property at the industrial park. Do you not think these people have looked at where we have been and seen a remarkable progress a near bankrupt city has made in a few short years? It's going to look a little sketchy if you get rid of the administration that has made this progress that they have been working with for 6, 8, or 12 months, and when they ask why, you will have no valid answers. If these companies see your actions as questionable and decide to bolt, you will have citizens who have been waiting for this type of growth and improvement wanting you gone. The citizens of this town have been waiting for over 30 years to see good jobs come here, not minimum wage tourist jobs. Or is that your plan? Sabotage real growth so you can promote tourism? I have watched as you have failed to support staff, how when the hard decisions that need to be made in the fire department were made, a couple of you... Okay, I'll submit it. Okay.
Who's that from? You said you were reading it for city
A
staff.
city employee.
Who?
They wish to remain anonymous at this time.
Of course they do.
You live in the city.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Ms. Holstein did it, I can do it.
Non-Kenyan?
I'm gonna pass.
Sherry
Klosterman.
Klosterman?
No, I don't need the mic. I have a very loud voice. My name is Sherry Klosterman. I live at 48314 Hill Street, Oakridge, Oregon, 97463. I have a couple of things. I'd like to have the council and the city mayor think about a question that I would like to ask you. Just think about the question and I'd like to have an answer. Aside from this wonderful paper that was handed out and all the millions of dollars that is going to be contributed on our behalf, the citizens of Oakridge, to pay for all this stuff, along with grants, federal grants and so forth, What exactly has our esteemed city administrator done for our community? Now, I've lived here for over 60 years, and that piece of paper that she was reading, that kid has no clue whatsoever. And it's been 12 years, not 7. Now, I'd like to read this. Mayor and Council and Mr. Gomez. City Administrator has violated the city policies in which he controls and coerces council and the budget members. At the last budget meeting in June, after the budget was defeated by a 7-7 vote, not a 7-2 or a 5-4, a 7-7 vote, the city administrator coerced the budget members by making derogatory statements. There isn't time enough to redo the budget. Oh my. And allowed department head, which is not a department head, he is a consultant, Michael Hansen, to use scare tactics and threats of not being able to make paychecks if the budget wasn't passed. At the June 21st council meeting, after Councilor McMillan voted no on a motion to approve Resolution 7-2018, transfers of funds between funds for appropriate balance of expenditures, Mr. Gomez asked Councilor McMillan why he had voted no, and if he could give him some clarification, which he then explained the resolution, and Councilor McMillan changed his vote to yes. But guess what? Clarification should be given before a vote. If there's any questions and you need more insight to what you're voting on, that's when you give it. You don't give it after the fact, because you can't use the yes vote, Mr. Gomez, to get what you want. It doesn't work that way. Now, it is
Your 3
time.
minutes is up.
Good. Thank you. I still want an answer from the council.
Rusty Ackman?
Rusty Ackland, 48265 East Commercial Street, and I am here to talk about the snowflakes that are going to be put up on the highway. The Kiwanis Club and the Xi Delta Xi sorority have taken that project on after Sue Bond passed away, because she had kind of been the lead on that. And so I'm just here to invite anybody that has some time on Saturday. We will be meeting at 9 a.m. at the West First City Hall to remove all the bulbs out of the snowflakes, because we have purchased new LED bulbs to put in them, to get them hung by November 11th, so they will be up for the Capitol Christmas tree celebration that I spoke about before. So anybody that would like to join us, we're thinking it might be a long day, but we will break at noon to go have lunch somewhere and then go back and finish them up. So you're all invited to help.
Where's it at?
West First City Hall at 9 a.m.
Cool.
on
Thank
Saturday.
you. Trudy Hammond?
I just wanted to say thanks for the microphones and speaker.
Ken Hooker?
Ken Hooker, 48231 Hill Street. It's my opinion that the city administrator should be terminated for cause or without cause. Complaints were turned in months ago by some, and nothing further has been addressed. It's gone too far, too long without action or acknowledgement. Thank you.
George Cutzer?
Rumor has it that certain members of the council have been scheming and colluding to terminate our city administrator. Yet none have said that he has done a poor job. Our current administrator was chosen over more than, as I believe, 50 plus applicants for the position. Within 18 months of taking over, he brought us out of serious financial situation and back into the black. I believe he will be briefing tonight on some significant work to bring jobs back to Oakridge. Not one, but 2 well-established manufacturing firms are close to signing deals to purchase large tracts of the industrial park and have indicated up to 50 jobs being created here for our locals within the first year alone. Our city administrator has won the trust and confidence of these companies. Should they lose their trust based on the unknowns that the current upheavals have created, not only might we lose them, but the word will resonate to other companies as well. The state and local agencies, economic agencies that we rely on to feed us leads will also turn away from Oakridge. It's been said that things take too long to get done. That's easy to come from anyone who doesn't sit in the hot seat and must juggle all the work and wait for responses from countless agencies before things can get done. On any given day, all of the city's employees have a full plate just to run the city. But many of us expect the world to stop and take care of me, my agenda, my private vendetta. It's us, all of Oakridge, who need the city's focus and energy to keep moving forward. Let the election process speak for the people of Oakridge. Oakridge needs to face facts, not Facebook. Thank you.
Do you live in Oakridge? No.
No, he doesn't.
48175 McFarland Drive. Road.
Christy Ball.
Christy Ball. My address is 76482 Cedar Street, Oakridge. I just wanted to address the comments online about the political forum renting the WAC. We were told twice that we couldn't have the WAC because no one was there to open and close it, and they didn't give out keys on weekends. We never reneged on our end. The city reneged on theirs and then refused us a refund. I give permission to council members to go read my signed sheet. It doesn't say anywhere about refunds being issued. Also, it was said that I rented it for a full day. You can see on my paper, I did not rent it for a full day, so I was actually mischarged to begin with. The second thing I wanted to address was Mr. Sweet commented last council meeting about his run-in with the mayor at City Hall. I got to watch that video yesterday. I was kind of appalled by the way you treated citizens. I've never heard of a mayor.
Yeah.
Well, I have a copy in my purse. Everyone should be able to see it. You said that he was a bold-faced liar in
Was
the
I
video.
looking at the camera or was I turned back and looking the other way?
Is it appropriate at any time to call anybody in the city hall a bold-faced liar with customers or citizens standing there? I think not. Also, every member of the council up there, you guys received an email on the 14th at 11:46 a.m. You can look between Gary, Carl, and Stan's email addresses that Miss Rowland fits in there. She absolutely was invited to the thing that she accosted Larry for, and that was 4 days prior, and she responded to me at 2:44 p.m. on the 14th. She accosted Larry on the 18th, 4 days later. The last thing I want to say is the behavior from all of the city, not just the mayor, but when citizens come here to speak, if you watch the city table, they get smirks. Actually, they get laughed at, mean glares while we're speaking. I think that's highly inappropriate. So I'd like the council to pay attention when people come to make public comment, that you watch their faces and their reactions to us, because I think it's highly inappropriate. And I'm also here today. I know some, like 2/3 of this seat and a couple here, agree that Louis is doing a great job. I, however, don't. And I second the fact that I think that we should terminate him tonight.
Excuse me, but don't make my decision for me.
Do you have public comment? Did you sign up?
You heard me.
Okay, that ends public comment. I wasn't going to comment tonight, but I am going to comment because Mr. Sweet came in He came up to the counter, he got whatever paperwork he wanted, he was writing on it. Another customer came in, so he stepped down to the end by where I was, and we were both writing, and I said to him, "So, did you go to the meeting the other night?" And he said, "Yes, I did." And I said, "Well, I'm sorry, I wasn't invited. It was not in my email. I have never received a copy until after I said all that. So, no, I did not accost him. I wasn't
You
venomous."
responded at 2:44 p.m. I have your email response.
Okay, and what does it say?
Your email response asked who was running the forum,
Yeah.
who was going to be the moderators, who I answered. You was going to be two former city mayors, and Vicki Burns from the newspaper.
That's not the one I'm talking about. I'm talking about the private one that you had.
Well, and I sent you an email that said we didn't have a private meeting to anyone. We had a candidates who have not served meeting. Since you currently serve on
Point of
council,
order.
you wouldn't have gotten invited.
Okay,
Yeah.
Point of order. This is a meeting, not a debating match. We have council business to take care of.
so you're just gonna let me be lied about and I cannot respond?
Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, you guys need to go in and look at the tape. I did not accost him viciously or venomously or whatever as he walked in the door. He was in there, walked up to the counter, was working on paperwork, and I very quietly, in fact, when I was listening to it, I had to turn it up to see what I said. So I did not viciously and venomously attack him. Just saying. Okay.
Did you call me a bold-faced liar?
No.
Point of order.
Okay. Comments? Yes. Comments from the council?